Hi, what's going on with Matt Haas show? How's everybody doing this morning? Hope everybody's well. I went to the Pennsboro Pumpkin Fest with my family. My father came up and my son and his girlfriend. Check it out. I'll share some fun photos. How do you like that? There I am. I'm in my element. Candy apples, baby. Yum, yum, yum. There's my dad. 83. My brother. Some fun memes. I like to take pictures of the wooden crafts. Hey, Marcus. Hey, Stuart. Sammy. Yeah, I'm coming off the Pennsboro Pumpkin Fest. This is a block away from my house. So I take these photos and things like that because it inspires me to make cool things in my wood shop. And oh, look, I made that on Procreate. I'm learning Procreate too. See, here's the thing. I've been sort of in a funk lately. This happens from time to time, I'm not sure why, where I just sort of throttle back a little bit. So I haven't been putting out a lot of videos here. I haven't been putting out a lot of edited videos here. Now, of course, I stream every week. I'll be streaming tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, on All Things YouTube. I don't know. I just sort of pull back. The song I'm learning on the piano is super hard. It's Bee Gees' Staying Alive. It's very fast. And I don't know. It's taken me longer to grasp it. But you can see I got my Rolly keyboard set up over here. My plan is to do right hand piano, left hand Rolly keyboard, shoot them separately, and then splice them together in post. Should be fun. So I got that. See, I'll have a lot of things in the works. And Sammy says, this weekend I was at People of Video. I met Doc and had a photo with. I saw your photo, Sammy. That's awesome. Stuart's here. Same thing with Marcus. Welcome, friends. Good to have everybody here. Should I buy a year subscription to Restream? Let me know. I've been on Restream for almost a month. I only paid for 1 month. But I'm thinking about pulling the trigger and getting the year-long subscription. Hey, 2-hour train rides. Dude, that's what I love. I love things that are train ride distance away. It's much better than flying. Sammy asked, do I like Restream? I do. I do like Restream. I wish the feature was inbuilt with Ecamm. Seems like Macs are more than powerful enough to do that. I have more than enough bandwidth to do that. It just sucks that that doesn't exist. Seems like an easy thing to put into the app, but they've partnered with Restream for some reason. I don't know. I kind of wish it was like vMix, where you just put in all of your stream codes to where you want to go and hit the button. But I do like it. I do like it. I was worried about the quality. I am very leery of sending my stream somewhere and then having that service send it out on my behalf. Seems like an extra jump. There's also a little bit of delay because I like when I see the red live light in a streaming app like Ecamm, I want to know that I'm actually live on the platform. Seems like there's a couple seconds before it actually goes live, and I'm kind of figuring that out as well. And plus, Restreaming is complicated. It is a complicated thing. Now, Restream makes it super easy, but it's still complicated. And when things go wrong, they go wrong. And not all platforms are the same. If you're streaming into a Facebook group that you don't own, you got to push the go live button on Facebook. So you push go live on Ecamm. That's set up through Restream. You're live. You get all the live alerts, but you're not live on Facebook until you push to Facebook. Now, if you're an admin of the group, that's different, but blah, blah, blah. Ecamm is going to be working on it. LOL. There are other features that would be better. Well, bring it on. bring it on. Then this will be my last year of Restream, because that's $190. But it is what it is. Oh, Sammy, this could be a question for you. I need Mac experts, or people who are experts on the Mac platform. I know a lot of people use Mac every day, but are you an expert? Look at what I have going on here. So I have GarageBand. Okay, let me get this up. Okay, so GarageBand. Watch what happens when I launch GarageBand. Launch it. Open it. Okay, it's open. I'm ready to work. All right, let's get to... Oh, crashed. I cannot get that to stop. I have deleted the app, reinstalled it, didn't work. Restarted the computer, doesn't work. I have went into the terminal and reset the preferences to nothing, doesn't work. I have done everything that I can do. Nothing works. It always crashes. Now, what does work is if I go over here, log out. I'm not going to log out, obviously, because stop this session. And then log back in as a new user. So I created a new Mac user on the machine. And when I log into that Mac user and use GarageBand, it works. Now, I loaded 2 pieces of software into GarageBand, and I think that has something to do with it. One is the Rolly software. My Lumi Keys keyboard is made by a company called Rolly, and they have an integration. I don't know, Sammy, you're familiar with audio apps. You have to go into the plugins and then load the plugin of the MIDI device that you have, and then you can have the whole library of that MIDI device under that plugin. So I did that with Rolly, and I did that with Artora, which is that white MIDI keyboard, that little white one that's blinking and flashing. And I think that white one is not M1 compatible, and when that plugin went into GarageBand, it hosed it all up. And I can't figure out how to wipe GarageBand. What I need to do is I need to wipe GarageBand off of my Mac Mini user on the Mac completely. Not just take the app and throw it in the trash and delete, but find all the little disparate bits it puts in libraries and things like that. Totally wipe it out and then reinstall. I can't figure out how to do that on the M1. I go in the library, like I hold the here in the Finder, you hold the Option key, and then the secret little library thing, I'm holding the Option key, pops up, and I surf around there to application support and blah blah blah. Well, I'm thinking that since I hosed up GarageBand, Logic Pro might not work because they kind of use the same resources because they're both Apple. Hi, Facebook user from Australia. I have a Restream.io link in the description of this video on the online video mastermind group. Click that link and I'll be able to see your face and your username. And from Australia. Good day, mate. Yeah, safe mode. That was another thing they said to try. I haven't done that. But I figure with safe mode, well, where's the safe mode comment? With safe mode, I've created a new user that's not an admin user, and I think that's kind of the same as safe mode, or at least gives you sort of the same symptoms. So yes, thank you. I did do that. There, David W. Ryan. Hello, hello. You can use cleaning, TMAC to uninstall. Clean TMAC, what is that? TMAC. I don't know. I don't know what's TMAC. Oh, clean my Mac. Is that a third-party option? I don't have any third-party cleaners. I'm not. Yeah. Well, I don't think so. Peter George, hello. I did that. Should see me now. Excellent. Yes, it worked. Technology works. Whoop whoop. Welcome, Peter George. Oh, okay. Yeah, clean my Mac. No, I'm afraid to use those third-party Mac cleaners. I mean, I listened to the Ecamm CEO, and he's like, well, using Clean My Mac for Ecamm purposes, he says it wasn't worth it. And Sammy says, this question has stumped me. I had this issue before, but that was with an older Mac with GarageBand 1.0 from the 2000s. Okay, well, thank you, Sam. Hey, I appreciate you listening. And even though you don't have the answer, it's good to know that you don't have the answer because it makes me less crazy. I'm like, why can't I figure this out? I'm smart. I know about computers. I'm a tech expert. Yeah, so even this hits everyone. No one is immune from tech problems. But I think the plugin is like a good start. Because if you come over here to the Finder and you go into the library with the Option key to reveal the library. Now, I think this is just the user's library. So you can go to Application Support, and then there should be GarageBand. Maybe not even. See, there's ways to do it up here in the user's library, and then you can go all the way down here to the Mac's library. So this isn't a much higher or lower look, depending on which way you're looking at it. I wonder if GarageBand is here or Application Support, GarageBand, Instrument Library. See, I don't know what any of this is. I don't know. And of course, I also made sure all of my Rolly software was up to date and all of my Artura, this thing is up to date. The Rolly has the latest firmware on the hardware. This thing has the latest firmware on the hardware. Its software is up to date. Its software is up to date. I tried everything. Yeah, I was all over the Apple forums, and a lot of the advice there is if it crashes while using it, then try turning off other apps, and it starts talking about little tips that everyone knows. Just, in other words, just open GarageBand and just use GarageBand. Nothing seems, there's only a few entries for it crashes immediately upon open, or it opens for 2 seconds and then crashes. Like, that's what I'm experiencing. And the only advice I found was go into safe mode or create a new Mac user. So I did create a new Mac user, and I think that's what I'm going to do, because I'm going to get this piano into the Mac with MIDI, not with the audio output, because I've been recording this just from its from its headphone output, which is analog essentially. So I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to record this via MIDI, and then I'm going to record this via MIDI I'm going to play the left hand bass clef with the left hand. I'm going to do the right hand, the treble clef, and then I'm going to mix them together in GarageBand, export the audio file, and then put that into the video. I'm going to video it too. So I'm going to video myself playing with the camera, and I'm going to record this MIDI into GarageBand, record this MIDI in GarageBand, take both video clips, splice them together, take both the audio tracks or the MIDI tracks, add the piano sound on top of it, or maybe even do a synth on the bass clef and a piano on the treble. Like that. See? I see. This is the thing about being creative. You start thinking about these things. I'm like, why don't I do that? Hey, Jamie Rose is here. Hi, Jamie. That sounds complex. Well, this is what happens in my head. Things start getting complex. And it's funny. You look back at the things that unfold in your life. Like, I wanted to learn how to play piano. I'm like, playing piano is like the next creative outlet for me. Like, why not? And then I get the piano, and then I buy that thing to go on vacation with, and then I buy this because it's freaking awesome. And then I already have recording equipment, and I'm like, I'm one step away from music production just by happenstance. Anyway. Now, this is the other thing. Intel Macs, especially for the audio professional software seems to be lagging way behind with the whole M1 re-architecture thing. The audio engineers and the audio career seems to be holding on to the Intel architecture with a death grip. I don't know why, because as I said, this software for that keyboard, it's not M1, and I'm not even sure if Roly is M1 yet or not. I think it finally was. So, and then this too, because I have where am I at here? I have Ableton Live. Ableton Live is not M1 compatible yet. So I wanted to start learning Ableton Live because I was having so many problems with GarageBand, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use GarageBand on my new Mac user, and then when I outgrow GarageBand, I'll just buy Sammy. Was it Logic? Not Logic Pro. Yeah. What's Apple's $200 audio app? Is it Logic Pro? Is that it? Apple Logic Pro. Yeah. That I think might be I might give up on Ableton Live. I just don't know. Probably because most audio software is PC. Well, that's not what I heard. Aren't audio engineers strictly Mac almost? I think most professional audio is Mac only. Yeah, Logic Pro. Trying to find good software for Windows. Well, I can't help you there. I mean, I do use Windows. I have Windows machines, but for the creative side in me, see, I'm a child of the well, I started learning all this stuff in the 90s. I was born in the 80s, but it was all, you would be crazy if PCs just couldn't do it. I think Turtle Beach was as close as they came with audio stuff for Windows, and that quickly went defunct. But yeah, you couldn't be in a creative field without being on Macs, and it just sort of stuck with me. Movie scores, maybe, I don't know. I know professionals that only use Mac. I think audio production on Mac is the norm. Now, of course, there's edge cases. It used to be that way with photos, only Mac, but then Photoshop for Windows became a thing. Windows became viable for photo editing. And then it was video editing only on Macs. And then with Adobe Premiere Pro, that made Windows compatible with that. So then when you had the video and the photo editing compatible on both platforms, PCs became a viable option for the creative professional. But it's the audio. The audio people are the holdout. Audio files will not let go of their Macs. But anyway. All right. That's what I got for you. Got a busy week ahead. I'm streaming live on All Things YouTube, 7 p.m. Eastern. I will have open Q&A. Ask me your questions about being successful on YouTube. I will answer them. Oh, yeah. Oh, me too. Don't get me wrong. I do my video editing on Mac. I do my photo editing on and I'm doing my on Mac, and I'm doing my audio production on Mac. I'm Mac all the way. People use Logic or Avid Pro tools. Also, many people still today, the older Mac Pro. Yeah. Okay. And if you're not subscribed to the Awesome Fun Things channel, I have a subscribe link in the description here on both the Online Video Mastermind Group Facebook page and on Facebook. So subscribe if you haven't already. And ring the bell because I don't advertise these live streams yet. Okay, got it.